Jack Squad, what's going on? What's happening? Come on up in here, because y'all know it's a storm of brewing, been mingling around out there in the air. So I don't know how long I'm going to be. You know how the internet is. Come on in the room. Oh, hold on. Come on. Okay. So my girl, Neek, my number one stunner. What's up, Neek? What's going on, Neek? Okay. All right. Okay. All is well right now. Yeah, Nick, child. It was now Jazz is up there by Cleveland. She just called me and said her lights is out. Storms is brewing all around Detroit. They're looking at a tornado. What they on a tornado watch? We on a tornado watch. The sirens was going. That scared me. I ain't never heard that. I don't know if we got sirens in Cleveland. We might do, but we don't get tornadoes. But the sirens was going, and it was sunny. It was sunny and hot. Then it got dark, right? It got dark, and then the thunder. You could hear the thunder way before the rain. It was thunder, right? And then it started raining, and the wind was blowing kind of hard. But it ain't doing that now. It's wet, but it ain't raining. And, it's not that, it ain't sunny, but it ain't raining. But it scared me for a minute. It scared me. When I put that post about the sirens was going, I was a little frightened. A little bit. I was a little frightened. Y'all on one too, Nick? So, it's the whole, East Coast? What y'all consider that? Kentucky is right up under Cincinnati. I don't know, child, what they do. They keep playing with that weather machine. Now, I used to didn't think it was a such thing as a weather machine, but I'm trying to figure out now, is God mad? Is it global warming? I'm going to have to look into global warming and see exactly what that entails and how is the energy and the weather shifting so drastically now. I don't understand that. East Coast. Yeah. So, yeah, I know 6:30, but I wanted to get it done because I'm getting up in the morning and I'm going to Chicago so I can partake in the Juneteenth festivities. And as I was thinking about it, I said Chicago is probably the biggest, blackest city, maybe with the exception of LA and New York or something, in the country. And I'm right here by it. So I'm going to Chicago and partake in the Juneteenth festivities. I've never been in any Juneteenth. I don't know if Cleveland had it. I don't know, y'all. Because it's relatively new, like 22 and stuff. So I left Cleveland in 2020. So we wasn't having it like that. I don't even think it was a holiday, a legal holiday at that point when I left. So I'm excited. I'm excited about Juneteenth. I've got my agenda. Now, I'm not going to anything that costs money. It's a lot of stuff, and it's Black Yacht Week there as well. But I'm not going to anything that costs money. I just want to be around Black people like I was at the barbecue or the cookout, right? So I'm going to the DeSabo, which my girlfriend in Charlotte, I got a girlfriend in Charlotte who's from Chicago. She had been told me to go to the DeSabo Museum. It's an African American museum. Yeah, I like museums, in case y'all didn't know, and I like us, pro-Black. Y'all know that, right? So they got festivities, they got activities and exhibits and all kind of stuff going on. Whatever they're doing, I'm gonna watch it and partake in it, right? Then I'm going later on. Well, it's all day. All of the activities is all day. But then I'm gonna go to a block party. Somebody giving a Juneteenth block party where they're gonna barbecue and probably, I don't know what they're doing. I'm just gonna be around some Black folks. I'm just happy to be around some Black folks. So I don't really care what they're doing. Hey Keisha, hey Amir. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. So I'm gonna get a lot of footage. I still got to put out. I'm gonna do it tonight of our trip yesterday to Chicago. But my juice. So I ran out of both my phones. I ran out of juice. So when you videoing, when you're using a video, it sucks up a lot of juice. So. But I'm gonna put it out there later on tonight. So y'all be watching out for that video. Because I'm trying to, I ain't no journalist. I ain't no photographer. I ain't no videographer. I'm just regular old Jackie with a YouTube channel, right? So, I've had people in the comments say you got to be professional. I ain't got no degree in this. I'm just something I'm doing, right? So I'm gonna do the best I can. Like I've learned about some other apps to splice it all together, which I love, right? So I'm gonna put that video together tonight, and it'll be uploaded tonight, Lord willing, because the storm is looming in the air, right? And that affects the Wi-Fi sometimes. So yeah, it is gonna be fun. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I've been in Charlotte, and y'all know when I was in Charlotte, when I went back to Charlotte, I didn't have a car for 15 months. All I did was go to work and come home in the Uber. Go to work. Well, then my girlfriend started picking me up and taking me. I didn't do anything. I'm a very active outside social person. I didn't do anything, right? Then I started working second shift, so I couldn't do nothing but sleep and go to work. That's Charlotte. The community I lived in, you didn't see a lot of people walking around and doing stuff, and definitely didn't see a lot of black folk, right? Then I'm here, Midwest, USA. You never see us. You don't never see my cousins. Very rarely. If you do, is one out of 35,000. You don't see them. When I went, and I'm telling y'all all this, y'all can think how y'all think, but I'm just telling you, I'm being real transparent. When I went to Chicago, even though where we went, because my daughter-in-law went to get her hair braided, and we just drove around, shopped, and did some other stuff, right, while she was getting her hair braided. It was an urban area. It was the inner city. It probably could be called the hood where we was at. But the difference between Chicago and Cleveland, I get it now, because I thought Cleveland was a big city. Cleveland ain't nowhere near big as Chicago, right? This is why all of the crime and all the horribleness that goes on in Cleveland is never reported, because it's a small city, right? But I was impressed with Chicago. I've only been there once. I was impressed, but it was at night. I was impressed with Chicago because they have commerce. There's stores and businesses up and down the street, all of the streets, on both sides of the street. Cleveland is not like that, nowhere near. That is why so much violence going on. There's no commerce coming up in there, right? Ain't nobody getting no money, ain't nobody making nobody, everybody stealing is savage. It's just savagery going on, right? Listen, we were clearly in the hood. It was so overwhelming to see black, and people was walking all around up and down the streets. I ain't seen that, and I don't know when. You see that in New York, right? People in abundance, not just one person walking down the street. People was all outside. People, right? This was in the hood before we went downtown. People was all around. The stores, the restaurants, everything was all around, up and down, all around, up and down. Very vibrant. It was street vendors. People, somebody selling socks, somebody selling ice cream, somebody selling hats, just people. It was just people, black folks just outside, right? I had sensory overload, y'all. I had sensory overload to the fact, now this is a transparent moment, to the fact that I was like, oh, I'm scared. I don't want to go back. And I thought about it like, bitch, get yourself together, right? You just been here before, but it's because I have been so away from it that I had sensory overload. I did, right? And I had to talk to myself like, girl, you tripping. But I was very pleasantly surprised at Chicago. And I didn't even get to the suburbs or, we went downtown. That was nice. It's a lot of traffic. We went to the Navy Pier. Now, where I want to go tomorrow is on Michigan Avenue, where they say the architectural is so great there. Now, I probably won't be able to get on the boat tonight tomorrow because it's going to be a lot of people. But I do want to see it. Then I'll probably go back when the crowd died down and take the boat trip. And they have an architectural boat trip, right, that I would like to take. I'm going to do that probably when I come back from New Orleans, right? But I was just pleasantly surprised. I was also surprised that they don't have driveways in a lot of areas. They have houses, and the houses is tight. They don't have driveways. Like my sister lives in Chicago. She had said that, they put a chair out, so don't nobody get their spot in the wintertime. And then my daughter's sister lives there. And they had 2 or 3 cars. And I'm like, well, where is y'all parking them cars at? They ain't got no driveway. Now, you did see some streets with driveways, but for the most part, there's no driveways. Oh, that would drive me crazy, right? That would drive me crazy. And there's a lot of older buildings. All of the buildings are older, right? In Cleveland, when buildings get like that, they become abandoned and havens for crackheads and stuff like that. They're utilizing these old buildings. People are living in them all up and down the streets, all up and down, whole streets and streets of these old buildings, and people are living in. Now, I haven't been in there. My son said they're very nice, even though they look old from the outside. They're nice. I was pleased with Chicago. Now, I just was one little part. I was pleased with it. So I'm excited to go tomorrow. I did eat the Harold's chicken, and the Harold's chicken was good. Now, my daughter-in-law told me about another chicken spot that's in competition with Harold's. There's a lot of Harold's all over the place. It's called Uncle Remus. Uncle Remus. Now, Uncle Remus is a I'm going to Uncle Remus tomorrow. Let me tell y'all something. I got to put the pictures up. Let me tell y'all something. I went to a Chinese restaurant. They kept talking about, oh, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. And I love crab rangoons, right? And the crab rangoons are so good, it's so good, so good. Baby, listen, it cost me. My meal was about $25. I got an egg roll, 6 crab rangoons, and some fried rice. Crab rangoons was like Hot Pockets. They had so much cream cheese and stuff in them, right? Delicious. Delicious. All that stuff I got yesterday, I couldn't eat. I just finished eating it today. I ate on it twice today. My fried rice and my rangoons. I did not like the egg roll, so I threw that away. I didn't like it, and which was odd, but it was huge though. But I didn't like it. But the crab rangoon, I don't ever want to eat nobody else's crab rangoons ever. It was stuffed. It would have so much cream cheese and ingredients in it, and the taste was good. The taste was on point, right? The fried rice now in Charlotte they don't know how to do fried rice. I don't know why they don't. I've been about 3 or 4. I know at least 3 Chinese restaurants trying to get some fried rice, and it's horrible. It's just rice. And some of it ain't even that brown, right? No vegetables in it, no sprouts, no egg, no nothing. One time I went to one, they didn't give me no soy sauce in the bag, right? They don't know how to feed them down in Charlotte. You go to a real high upscale restaurant, regular basis, they don't know how, they ain't feeding them people right. But anyway, the rice was good, and they gave me so much. I think it was $10.99. It was something, but it was like in a small pie dish, a small one, right? That's how much it was. I ate on it 3 times. I ate on it yesterday and twice today. Just finished it today, right? The crab rangoons, delicious. It was just wonderful food. Now, my daughter loves Chicago. She said they got the best food in the country, right? I enjoyed it, and I'm going back tomorrow. I'm going to find me a soul food spot. I'm going to call my girl Sugar and ask her what soul food spot I need to go to. Give me some soul food before I go and enjoy myself. That's it. That's it. That's it. You love crab rangoon? I do too. I love the crab. These was big, Nick. I'm going to send you a picture. They was huge. They were huge, and it had stuff in them. You got 6 of them for $8.95, I want to say, or $7.95, or 8 something like that, right? But it was big, well worth it, and crunchy. Oh my God. Oh my God. And it wasn't the 4. Like I usually like the kind that's made like 4, like that. But it was the triangle kind. Usually the triangle kind I hate because they ain't got nothing in them, right? Loaded, baby. Loaded. So anyway, that's my life. Hold on, y'all. I got to turn on the air. Hold on. All right. So the storm was brewing around out there. I don't know if it's gone, if it's not. I don't know, but it scared me for a minute. And I had turned the air off because it gets cold in here. But now I'm getting warm with these lights and stuff, y'all. So anyway, y'all, let's get on with the get on. So I told you about the Juneteenth. I hope y'all celebrate Juneteenth. I know this is a new thing for us, but if you don't do nothing but pray and think about the ancestors and the people that came before us, right? We got to celebrate our emancipation, our freedom, and our ability to move around. And the fact that they're trying to take that from us, we got to celebrate that, right? So wherever your city you in, wherever you at, if you ain't dating, do it in your city, watch a TV show, watch a slave show, do something. Celebrate our freedom, okay? Celebrate our freedom. As y'all know, I'm pro-black. I'm all about the blackity black, right? Not that I dislike anybody else, but I love us. That's what folks don't understand. Just because you love you don't mean you don't like them. It just means that we love us, and that's it, right? So anyway, we celebrating Juneteenth. Now let's get on down to the get down. Now Tyler Perry, do y'all think now he getting sued for $260 million, right? Y'all know Tyler Perry, my guy. Y'all know this, right? Do you think he would jeopardize his legacy and his freedom and his reputation, touching and feeling on people? He got a sexual harassment, and it could be believable because these are the people that's in his camp that work for him, right? I just don't know what to think. I don't know what to think, y'all. I don't know what to think. You don't think he did it, Amir? I don't either. Hey, Lisa Marie. I don't either. I just can't believe that he would just be that stupid. Now, we all know people do stupid things and make bad decisions and bad choices, right? I just don't see it for Tyler. Now, I hope I ain't got no blinders on. And then where did he get the number from? 260 million, not 250, not 300, not 200, millions of them. Where did he get that from? And how y'all think that's going to turn out? I'll tell you this, though. Today, when I went on IG, first thing I saw was Tyler Perry singing a hymn, right? And he was like, I look to the hills where my help come from. And he said, I'm sitting on my porch, looking up to the hills where my help come from. Listen, so I guess that meant he was praying, right? As he should be. I just, like my youngest son, he seems to think it's an attack on black men. A lot of times black men do stupid stuff. They attack themselves, right? But this right here, I don't want to believe. I don't want to believe. They go just like I felt about T.I. and Tiny. Y'all know T.I. is my guy. Just like I felt about T.I., same way I feel about Tyler Perry, right? I just think that he got enough money to find who he wants to do whatever he wants to. And then some people can say, "Well, did he do too?" Yeah, he did, but he was a little bit on the crazy end. Mighty convenient when he spoke out on BET Awards. Now all of a sudden he got a lawsuit. They need to leave him. So I didn't finish watching. I saw the clip. I got to finish watching. I told you I only watched half. If half, I watched 2.5 hours. It was 5 hours. Yes, I got through half. I got to finish watching it because I saw that he spoke. So what did he say, Nick? I believe it. I always thought Tyler. Yeah, he could be gay. That don't mean he's an attacker. He could be gay, but that don't mean that he run around grabbing and feeling on folks and sexually harassing them. I just don't want to believe that he's sexually harassed. This ain't got nothing to do with if he gay or not. This has to do, do you think that he did it? Or do you think he did it because he gay? Only gay people do that. I don't know. But I just don't think he got enough money to buy what he want. You know what I'm saying? And he do too much good work. He do too much good work. His heart is pure. I listened to him talk. I just think his heart is pure. Now, Diddy, on the other hand, we already saw how he acted before we knew all the things he did. His character already showed. We just didn't pay no attention, I'm going to say, right? But Tyler, and the 260 million. I know Tyler and Oprah going to get together. Tyler, Oprah, and BET going to get together, get him the team of lawyers. They're going to get him a team. I don't know if we got some more left because Diddy got half of them, but he going to get a team of people, or he might ignore it. I don't know what you do. What do? You think he gonna pay that man $260 million, or do you think he'll settle? Because you could settle. Ain't that something? Ain't that an option to settle? Now you gonna pay this man. Now see, this guy's an actor on the Oval, right? Let's say Tyler pay him. Do y'all think he'll ever act again? Maybe not in black spaces. Maybe not in black spaces. He won't act. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know. Because, people will probably think they can get away with anything. Hey, T, we're talking about my boy Tyler. Christian Keys gave that anonymous thing, statement. You know what I'm saying? And, he gave that anonymous statement and then never came back, never let us know what was happening. I'm still upset about that because you did all that. Wasn't he crying? Did he cry too? You did all of that. Then you didn't come back and say, hey, y'all, I changed my mind. Or I got my money, y'all. Showed us a check or something, right? I didn't like that. Because if you're going to tell us, this is what I don't like about Facebook. People be like, oh, Lord, pray for me. Or they be like, oh, me and my boo, y'all together. We see the good times. We see all the good times. We seen when y'all got together. We seen when y'all was doing this and y'all was doing that. Then when y'all break up, you don't tell us nothing. I'm invested. I need to know the rest. Right? So I don't know about this Tyler thing. I don't know. I don't believe Tyler did. I think they're just trying to attack him because he spoke out against Trump and the rest of these white people that are trying to erase history. Oh, that's what the speech was about. See, I got to watch it. Those text messages sounded, so it was text, but they sounded consensual. Did they? Do you think he paid Christian Keys? I think so. I think he was talking about Tyler. They were saying there was another guy. I don't forgot who the guy is. He was between Tyler and this other guy. I don't forgot who he is now. Somebody that I had never heard of, but it made sense. So I wasn't quite sure because I was dead set on thinking it was Tyler until somebody told me about this other person. And I was like, ooh, maybe it's him. But I can't remember who the other person is now. But so he spoke out against Trump. So now, as history shows, if you speak out, then they're gonna pull the papers out. They're gonna pull the bad papers out on you. You know, because Tyler is powerful in his own right. And being gay is not a crime. So if Tyler's gay, okay, that's fine, but try to extort him out of money. Yeah. Yeah, they read them on TBC this morning. Really? On the Breakfast Club? I seen it, but I couldn't see the text. Christian Keys did that for the money because he just disappeared once that. Yeah, but see, he worked. See, what I kind of found, what another reason why it made me think it wasn't Tyler with the Christian Keys is because they have a show together. They was making money together, right? And then they went on with the next season of the show, and they coming back with the next season. Like, I ain't, that's why I was, when they told me who the other person was that was suspected out, when I looked him up, I said, okay, that could be him. I forgot another powerful guy that I never heard of, behind the scenes dude, right? So, his speech was good. I'm gonna have to watch it because I never finished watching the BET Awards. I've been busy, but Tyler's my guy. He's my guy, y'all. I don't want to think that. I don't want to think that. But if you did it, then you have to pay. You have to pay. If you did it, you have to pay. So I don't want to think that. I don't want to think that. He dipped fast. He just, yeah. So, but my thing, let's say it was Tyler. Because we all thought it was Tyler. Let me say this. Let me put it like this. Because we all thought it, because Black America, maybe white too, Black America all thought it was Tyler. If it wasn't Tyler, I think he owed us an explanation. Be like, hey, y'all, it wasn't Tyler. I know y'all think it's Tyler, but it wasn't Tyler. I think he owed that. Now, let's say it really was Tyler and Tyler paid him. Okay, then you didn't say nothing else. So that implicates in our minds that it's Tyler, right? So we'll never know. We'll never know because I'm sure it was some DNAs and some secret meetings and so on and so forth, right? But I think that if it was not Tyler, especially since you get money with him, they together on that show, the show with Eva, All the Queen's Men, right? That's a Christian show, but Tyler's producing it and so on and so forth, right? And putting his money towards it. So if this is the person that's backing your show, you should be like, oh, whoa, no, y'all, I ain't talking about, I know y'all think it's Tyler. That same way you went live and cried and told us all your business, you should have went live again and said, ho, y'all, it ain't Tyler, y'all. It ain't Tyler. That's what kind of made me think it was Tyler. He was implying that it was Tyler. Because if this is your friend, especially somebody, maybe he ain't your friend, but somebody you get money with, you going to want to protect them to protect your bag, right? Tyler feeding all these people, right? Everybody say Tyler paid the most ever. And people that have been working for 20, 30 years, Tyler paid the most. Tyler go dig up people from out the graveyard damn near and give them a spot, right? And once you work for Tyler, you're gonna always find something for you to do. I believe you can call Tyler like, Tyler, hey, listen, I need a role. I've been sitting here for a minute now. I need a role. And he's gonna find something to put you in. Period, right? I think he's a good guy at heart. That's what makes me think that he didn't. I think he's a good guy at heart. Diddy, on the other hand, we saw how scrupulous he could be through the years. His character showed. We wasn't nailing him to the cross for it, right? Until now. So I'm just hoping that it's not Tyler. I'm just hoping that he didn't do that. I'm hoping. Snoop's face was classic. What did he look like? His Snoop looking all country with all that. He had his wife looking country. They were up there looking like they just got off the Mississippi riverboat. Is an attack on black men. What I don't like about our color, we turn on our own. Yeah, let's talk about it for a minute. I know I probably talked about it the other day, but let's talk about, y'all give me some insight on Lisa Marie, especially. I want to hear your thoughts on what her name is. What's her name, y'all? I done forgot her name. I'm looking right at her. The light-skinned girl that always is the opposite of what we think. What is her name? Come on, T, tell me what her name is. Amanda Seales. What's y'all take on Amanda Seales saying Obama ain't did nothing for nobody? What's y'all take on that? And why now? Why you going to talk about somebody else? There's some other people, presidents you could be talking about instead of him. What y'all think what's up with Amanda Seales? She's very controversial. Amanda Seales, yeah, I knew you would know Lisa. Yeah, man. What's her real take on her, Lisa Marie? What you think about her? And she wasn't on my agenda today, but since we talking about it, I just, what's the deal with her? Like, why are you so adamant about the things that you're talking about, girl? Why you just can't? It's about to be Juneteenth. Can we be cohesive for a minute? For a minute, God. Speak out and say that like that. That's some living room conversation. That ain't no World Wide Web conversation, in my opinion. But y'all know I'm pro-black. So, that wasn't for all the YT people to see and hear you talk, like, right? That I didn't like that. Is annoying. She's annoying. I just like, girl. And then I see she made another video. I didn't even look at it. I didn't really look at the other one. I just seen a few words. It said, let me explain to y'all why I said what I said. No explanation needed, sis. We heard you loud and clear. I heard you and didn't even hear the whole thing. I got it. I just want to know why. Why is it self-hate? Is it self-sabotage? Is it what? Because isn't she a black woman or is she not? And if she not, do you think that was the white part of her talking? You know what I'm saying? Because, I do know that people are mixed. I want to say the word right because I don't know what political mixed races. Is that right? Sometimes can be conflicted. I know somebody personally, they were conflicted. They were conflicted about their sides that they wanted to be on. Yeah, so I know that that's the thing, right? But be so open and blatant about it. And she got a dude. She need a dude. She needs something. She need a hug. Amanda need a hug. That's what she needs. She need a hug. Yeah, she need a hug. Yeah, she need a hug. That's all we're gonna do about her. She need a hug. So what was Snoop face like? Somebody said Snoop face. What was Snoop face like? Because people are still mad at Snoop, and quietly between us, I am too. Snoop has achieved much greatness in his lifetime. Did very well for himself. You blew that. You made me look at you a whole different way, right? And when he make a comment about something, people attack him. They attack him in them comments on social media, right? He got to know. I was waiting on him to say, hey, y'all know what? And then maybe he did, and I missed it. They paid me a big bag. Because I heard somebody else say the bag was so big. I think Soulja Boy or something, right? They paid me a big bag, and I was like, I'm going to get this money. I'd appreciate you said that. But I don't know if he said anything. I don't know. I think Amanda does this to gain relevance. I believe she's actually bipolar. Yeah. And so she's on a manic now. I agree with you. This is a conversation to be had around the dinner table. Yeah. Some stuff you just don't say in mixed company. You know what I'm saying? Especially our little secrets or our little thoughts, right? Because people can take them and run with them, right? Just don't do that. You just don't do that. Like, girl, but yeah, I was waiting on Snoop to come back. And they gave him an award. Didn't he get an award? See, I got to finish watching. I'm probably going to finish watching it tomorrow, maybe tonight. No, because I'm going to bed tonight so I can get up in the morning. But didn't they give him a lifetime achievement of some sort of kind of award? His face was very bland. It appeared that he knew Tyler was talking about him. Oh, Tyler played right in his face, huh? In his speech, I said, oh, Tyler played right in his face. Big Dog was in his face, huh? I got to watch it now. I'm going to have to skip all the way past so I get to that part. Oh. Well, sometimes the unks had to check the cousins or the unks got to go battle the battle. Sometimes that happened in the family. You was wrong, man. I got to check you on that. I remember one time, a long time ago, this might have been in the 80s, when Whoopi was going with the white guy. What was his name? I'm looking right at him. The white guy. What was his name, y'all? Do y'all remember? Y'all might not remember. Lisa Marie, you remember what I'm talking about? He was on the show. I can't think of his name right now. But he came out in blackface, right? At some event or something. And he was going with Whoopi at the time. And I remember it was Dionne Warwick and some more top dogs in the black entertainment world said, oh, we're going to take a meeting with her. We'll be taking a meeting with her. And then I think they broke up a little while after that, right? This was a long time ago. So sometimes you had to get found, you had to get checked. Sometimes you had to get checked, right? And it's okay, but we still cool with you. We might still love you, but you might need to get checked a time or two. You need some straightening. You need some straightening, as Gucci Mane say. You need some straightening, right? That's good. I've got to go watch that now. Ooh, I've got to go watch that. Ooh, I got to watch that. But Tyler's my guy. Y'all know Tyler's my guy. I like people who get it out the mud. Been deep down there in the mud, right? And then rise up and come up by the grace of God. I appreciate that. I like that for them. You know what I'm saying? I've been down a couple, 2-3 times in my life, and you come back up. I think that should be applauded. Now, if he touch it on folk, now this is what I want to know. When did this happen? It better not have been in 1999 either. When did this happen? When Tyler did this? Because you just on the Oval. You just was y'all just recorded. Y'all just had a season. So when did this happen? And if did it happen on this last season, or did it happen 2-3 seasons ago and you just not talking about it? Because you a man, you ain't a girl. I need to know when this happened. Ted Danson. I knew you would know, Lisa Marie. I don't even pay her no mind no more. Me either. I don't think she does this to gain favor with her white side. She was always pro-black, but I think she's getting to those manic episodes. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So she's always been on the black side because she's a mixed race. Okay. Yeah, I think now that you say it like that, the psychology of it all, she is in mad bags. Because she's talking, she laying in her bed. This last time she was laying in the bed talking, you might be right about it. You might be on to something there, Lisa Marie. Yeah, Ted Danson was his name. Whoopi was going with. He came to an event. I can't remember what it was. It was a long time ago. He came to the event in blackface, and black folks wore her out. Sure did. And I think they broke up a little while after that, right? Because now you got to explain to your friends why he did that. You didn't see nothing wrong with that, right? But when she was young, this was a long time ago. So, she might not have saw nothing wrong, thought it was cute or something. Black folks was like, The elders was like, no, we're not having that. We'll be taking a meeting with her. And they took that meeting. I never forgot that. That was so long ago. So anyway, y'all, moving on. Listen, y'all, I had a plan B in case my sister, now I ain't gonna talk too loud because it might hear me. Y'all know these TVs, these devices can hear you. Do y'all know that? They can hear you, right? You be talking about something. Next thing you know, next time you open up your phone or your computer or your tablet, it's gonna be right there. They hear us, right? Anyway, I hope their hair don't mess up today. But I was thinking I'm gonna use if it does that again, I put it on my tablet. I got a tablet and it's big. If it ever messes up again, I'm gonna just go to my tablet and do it on my tablet. I think. I don't know what it is, child, because my computer is not old. So I don't know. And it's new and it's modern, right? So I don't know what it be. Because to tell you the truth, I forgot how to do it straight through YouTube. I'm gonna have to figure that out. It ain't hard, but I just ain't did it in so long. I could just do it on YouTube. But I like the benefit of having a background, having accessories on the screen. I like that, And I'm wondering, like, YouTubers, like, I know that what's her name? T.S. Medicine got a team of folks. She got some tech dude over there. But I watch Funky. His be so clear, and so I wonder, is he doing it on the camera? Like, I'm wondering how he does that. Because it's always clear. I never see it mess up like mine do. I watched the replay of mine, and it's frozen, and it's stuck, and it's zigzag face. Like, I don't know what causes that on my end. I'm in another location and still doing that. Anyway, I digress. Y'all. So, listen, y'all remember that guy? I've tried to find it. I saved it in somewhere in a file or somewhere, and I can't find it. But there was a guy that was a Latino guy, and he was parading around and Latinos for Trump. He was one of his main advocates, right? They deported him. Can y'all help me with who he is? I've looked because I saw this like yesterday or something. I might have been on my trip and I was going through my phone. I said, I'm going to talk about that, right? And I saved it somewhere and I can't find it. I looked for it because I wanted to get his particular name. Even though a lot of the Latinos are getting deported, I wanted this particular guy's name so I could talk about him, right? But anyway, he was one of the major advocates rallying and supporting Trump, and they deported his ass. Now, Trump, no, he did wrong. If this been your cat that made sure that all the other Latinos followed him and you deported him, it seemed like you would like, hey, Trump, come get me or something. Like, How was y'all that down with him and didn't have no access to him? How do you be that down with somebody you ain't got no access to? Or who ain't gonna fight for you? Maybe we ain't got access to everybody, but who ain't gonna fight for you, right? They deported his butt. Sure did, deported him. I wonder how he feel. Like, y'all know I'm petty. Y'all know I'm petty. Right? But I'd like to know how you feel, sir. How do you feel after you did all that and y'all you done made all, come on, y'all, we vote for Trump. Come on, you done rallied everybody up. Then he shipped your ass off somewhere. And what I don't understand about the Latinos is he told y'all last time he was going to build a wall. He wanted to block y'all up out of here. Why did y'all think he had your best interest at heart? Why did you think that? That's stupid. It was so stupid. So stupid. Like, he don't care nothing about y'all. He cares nothing about nobody. Where's his wife at? I don't think he care about her. Where's the kids at? Hey, he don't care. Yeah, so, they deported his butt on back around where he come from, right? I just know that, I know, y'all ever did something so stupid. You're like, damn, that was some stupid shit. Why did I do that? You ever did that? I ain't had that feeling in years because I tried to do stupid stuff. But I've had that feeling before. I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all I ain't never felt stupid, right? But I don't remember what it was because it's probably so long ago. But if you just did something so stupid, you'd be like, ooh, why did I do that? Now I'm telling you what I do remember the feelings of, why did I do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Some shit that's gonna get you in trouble or mess you up. Why did you do that? If you had just did this. I used to have a lot of those in my younger years. Like, if you only had did this, but you did that. See, I try not to do any of that dumb stuff. I'm still human, but I try not to do dumb stuff no more. I really try to make sound decisions because it's critical to your livelihood. You have a days ago? You have a coup a days ago. You have a what days ago? Yeah, I try not to make them type of, because it can be life altering. I made a life altering decision. I ain't trying to do that no more, right? So I'm very careful in my steps. What'd you say, Lisa Marie? That one, I don't know. I saw a lady that was a big Trump supporter that's getting deported. Those Cubans thought they were safe. Listen, I did not know that the Cubans were as racist as they are until I was listening to Funky Dineva, who lives in Miami, right? And he said that, they grew up with that, right? And that the Cubans were the most racist people ever. I would have never thought that. I ain't never been to Florida, but I would have never thought that, right? How you come from somewhere else and don't like us? They don't like black folks. I do know my experience. This is my experience. And this ain't saying everybody, but for the majority, for me, is the Mexicans. Now, I don't know anything about Cubans, but like I said, my neighbors were horrible, right? And then when I moved to Charlotte, so I don't know if we got any in Cleveland. If they do, I don't know where they at, but they ain't roaming around like they is in other cities, right? And then in Charlotte, and then in Atlanta was a lot of them, but I didn't get a bad vibe from them, probably because there's too much blackness going on in Atlanta. But Charlotte, I felt it. And then here, they all over here. I believe it's more Mexicans here than black folks, right? They in all the restaurants. They working in everywhere. They doing everything, right? But when I worked, let me see, was that at Charlotte or Atlanta? It was Charlotte. When I worked at Amazon in Charlotte, they were very entitled. Right? And they didn't really, just me, just because I'm big and black, they didn't really like, I don't think they like black women. Now, they would grin up in a black man's face. They ain't fool with black women. Not the Mexican women, for sure. They didn't. As a whole. They didn't. And you could feel the energy coming up off of them. And this is coming from 3 different places, right? It wasn't just one isolated instance. It was 3 different places, right? Now, I haven't felt it here, but they're not friendly, though. They're not friendly. Definitely not friendly. You made a stupid decision a couple days ago. It's all right, Nick. When you can see, sometimes you allow one. Just don't make them every day. You allow one. You know what I'm saying? But see, the older you still young, Nick. The older you still in the stupid decision making age of life, right? It's okay. And when you get to be my age and you still make a stupid decision, that's a problem. But you still in the stupid, I can make a stupid decision age, group. You still right there. You cool. You cool, Nick. You cool, Nick. With a man. That's okay. That's okay. Let me tell y'all something. We're going to talk about this one day. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. I'm going to be gone tomorrow. But it's okay. So it's okay. I'm just leave it like that. We can go into details another time. It's okay, though. And sometimes you do stuff for you and not for them. That's all. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, what else we talking to? Because I'm about to go down a whole nother road. We ain't gonna go down that road right now. So the Diddy trial was canceled today. Now, help me out, y'all. I ain't never heard of a trial being canceled. It canceled because one of the jurors, and I'm interested to know which juror it is, one of the jurors fell ill to vertigo. Now, I got a couple of friends that have vertigo, and I do know that it can be debilitating, and you have to lay down in the bed for 2, 3, 4 days. So this juror that come today, what is going to happen if the juror don't come tomorrow? Are they going to keep delaying it till the juror get well, or are they going to replace the juror? And when they replace the juror, is it just like you go back to the jury pool and just pick the next one up like they did when they let go of that black man? Like, I need to know these things. I need to know these things. But I guess all the bloggers is there. Because I see the one girl, Nick at Night, she was there. Like, they getting down, y'all. I applaud them, right? But that's who I saw that said that they wasn't having a trial today. Because I was really looking forward to the testimony of hearing what the guy, his name was Brandon Paul. He was the assistant, his personal assistant turned drug mule, and they gave him immunity to tell it all. So they giving everybody immunity. If you want to come on, get you some immunity and tell us what happened. Come on. They want to take him down and make sure he stay down. Make sure he stay down, right? So they gave him immunity so he can tell all about what he did. And I would too. It's either I'm going to tell on you or I'm going to go to penitentiary. I ain't going to penitentiary for nobody. So if they got us, I'm going to tell on you. Period. So know that. Don't do shit with me. Because if it ain't my lick, if it's my lick, I'm going to take it. But if it ain't my lick and I'm doing something for you, I'm telling on you. I'm telling you. That's why I don't be around nobody that's doing stupid shit. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing nothing stupid. I'm not doing anything that calls me. I can think back when I was in my 20s and 30s, I would do about anything if I felt like it, depending on how I felt that day, especially if it was getting some money, right? I ain't doing that shit today. Because first of all, that A whooping that God gonna give you is unmatched. I don't want that no more. I've had that. I don't want that whooping no more. So I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing to nobody. Period. You'd have to walk up to me. Now you can't put your hands on me, but you can say whatever you want to say within this over there, right? But I ain't doing nothing. If somebody drops some money, I'm gonna tell them, hey, come get your money. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing. I don't want no parts of it. So are we going what? So are we going where? To what? First of all, that ain't our business. But he didn't put us in it, right? Now, this is Iran and Israel, right? Now, they say the threat. I was looking for the threat. I just saw on TikTok a lot of people talking about the threat. I saw on the news, social media outlets and news outlets talking about it. I want to see the actual threat. And I think it's in his own language because I ran across one and they was translating the words, right? I want to hear what he said about we gonna all pay or whatever the threat was, right? So are we going to war? So my daughter called me yesterday frightened, right? I'm in a new business venture, right? And I'll tell y'all about it. Let me get it going first and I'll tell y'all all about it. I'm in a new business venture, right? And I have to get my products from overseas. So she was like, Ma, it's the ports is closed and da. So I was doing extensive research last night, while I'm on the ride home this morning, about the ports, right? Some ports are not 100%, but you still can get your stuff, right? So that's concerning to me. Now, my job, we make trucks. I probably told y'all this already. my girl called me and said, they're getting ready to get laid off. You left just in time. So God always have a way of doing what he's doing, right, in my life. So he removed me for it before the devastation came, right? Put me in place before the devastation came. Now, my friends that are there that started with me are devastated. They're devastated, right? People changed their whole lives because, it was a good job. They was paying excellent money, right? Now it's gone. Now it's gone. All because of Trump and them tariffs and not being able to get the parts we needed from overseas. We were working, before I left, we were working 3 days a week, sometimes 4 days a week. Since January, since he's been in, I never got a full paycheck. And we was getting paid good, but I never got a full paycheck because we couldn't get the parts because of Trump, right? So it's affected everybody's lifestyle in some sort of form or fashion, especially in the automotive industry and different industries, right? What I thought God would do by now is stop him. And maybe he will, right? If we go to war, see, I would have to speak to somebody that know about this. If we go to war, are the states gonna be safe? I don't want to even really think about that, Lisa Marie, right? I thought about it and I don't want to think about it, right? Because if they decide, and and I always think that it's the big cities that they always hit. But who said they can't hit small town America, right? I'm frightened, but I try not to be. I'm concerned. I ain't gonna say frightened. I'm concerned, right? I'm concerned in more ways than one because he's cutting out things that we need. And if we don't need them personally, somebody, our neighbor, our cousin need them, my child need them, my auntie need them, right? So I'm concerned. I don't know if we're going to go to war. Hey, Angel, what's going on, Angel? I'm concerned. They even had court today as a federal holiday. What's the holiday? What was today? What's today, y'all? So, I don't want to think that we're going to go to war because of something that he's doing. Because I don't know, that's not our fight, right? Israel is our ally, or they protecting Israel or something. And I watched a stupid interview that Ted Cruz had, and Joy Reid said, I can't believe it, for the first time ever I'm agreeing with Ted Cruz. Somebody was getting interviewed. Go on Joy Reid page and y'all will see it, at least for y'all. And the guy that he was interviewing that's in charge of all this mess didn't have no answers. He didn't have the answers. He didn't know how many people were in Israel. He didn't know, what type of people. He didn't know anything. So you just gonna blow these folks up and don't even know who they is and what they consist of and what they believe in. It's real sickening. I'm gonna say this: the white male agenda has gone bananas, right? The white male hierarchy has gone bananas. They're evil. I don't know what you call. I don't know what you call it, because how do you not have a heart? These people don't have hearts. These people ain't real, right? These people are not real. And what I don't understand, if you're already wealthy, you already got what you need, then your job is to assist others, right? But that's not what they're doing. So I don't know. I can't explain, because I can't explain crazy. I can't explain evil. I can't explain mean, right? Father's black, mother is from Grenada. So Grenada is a black country. Grenada is a black country, ain't it? Black people's in Grenada. Because y'all know what I found out by watching, what was I watching? Real Housewives of Atlanta. They went to Grenada. It's a black country. It's an island. It's a Caribbean island, right, or something. And they do Jap. Was it Jap or Juke, right? I Googled it. It means our freedom. They celebrate our emancipation from slavery, right? Yeah, I looked that up. The other day. And my grandbaby keep running back and forth to the bathroom. Grenada, yeah, that's a black country. But I didn't even know that. It's a black something island or something, right? So I thought she was white because Grenada is black. Okay. But she acts mixed to me. She acts confused to me. But you say bipolar, I'm gonna go with the bipolar. I'm gonna go with the bipolar. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the bipolar. Because that's what it is. And then the whole thing is a mess. It's some new craziness going on every day with this guy. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. And it's to me, it's like the people that are around him, like, because we all got them crazy cousins, crazy friends. You be like, girl, go and sit down somewhere. Now that's enough. Quit doing that, right? But it seems like there's nobody telling him, and nobody stopping him, or nobody can stop or tell him anything, right? Like, you doing stuff outrageously in a hurry. I don't have nothing against Mexicans or none of them people who over here. They ain't bothered me. They may not like me, but I don't care nothing about them, right? But the fact that you deporting people, I think some kind of way is humanely wrong. I don't know, but for me, it's wrong. Some people say, well, they taking our jobs. Them jobs we don't want no damn way. Because the Mexicans that I saw, especially in Atlanta, they work hard. They got their own businesses and everything, right? They all live together in one house, might be 10 of them, and then they gather their riches, and then they break off and buy homes and stuff, right? I think it's wrong to deport them people. I really do. I really do. I think it's wrong to deport them people. They ain't bothering me. You know what I'm saying? You can not like me all you want, as long as you don't touch me and something. I'm cool. They ain't bothering me, and they work hard. They do work hard, right? And a lot of times they work the jobs that we ain't gonna work. So I don't. And like, who picking them fruit? They pick the fruit and stuff, right? And the vegetables and stuff. Like, who gonna be doing all that stuff? Except for them slow heads down in Mississippi somewhere. Y'all know they still got, I'm gonna call them sharecroppers. Deep down in the South, I met one. I met a guy. Him and it seemed like his whole family, they picked, and I thought maybe they got a lot of good change from doing that. They wouldn't hardly get no money. They was picking. I'm calling them sharecroppers. I don't know what they was called, but I'm calling them sharecroppers. I'm trying to think where he lived at. I want to say Mississippi. I want to say Mississippi somewhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He wears a diaper. What? And has incontinence. A bowel. Should step down. I thought I read that somewhere. I think he's has dementia. I think that's a dangerous thing for somebody who would have good sense to be running the country. I think he has dementia. Quite frankly, how old is he? Let's see how old he is. I think he's 78. Is he 78? I think after 70, you shouldn't be the president. Hold on. How old is Trump? Is Trump? He's 79. Mm-hmm. He's 79. Yeah, it's time to go and sit down somewhere. It's time to go sit down. Wait. He'll be 79 in July. Or will he be 80? He turned 78 in 2024. Yeah, he'll be 79 in July. Yeah, he need to go and sit down somewhere. That's what needs to happen. He need to go and sit down somewhere. That's what needs to happen. Wow. Yeah. He wearing a diaper, huh? I thought I read that. I thought somebody made a joke about it, but I thought it was just a joke. So that's real, huh? Okay then. Well, lastly on the list, we got to give our girl Clarissa Shields her props. She getting ready to fight. They had a press conference yesterday or the day before. The girl she fighting is Lanny Daniels from out of Sweden. Did I say Sweden? Where's she from? Hold on, where's she from? I want to Denmark. She's from somewhere, right? She's from somewhere, but she looked like a big girl. Now, Clarice talking a lot of stuff. See, I didn't know. I ain't never heard of Clarice until she got with Papoose. I ain't never heard of her. Now my son and them, they know about her. I ain't never heard of her, right? So I'm proud of her as a black woman to be a champ. She's a heavyweight. Is she heavyweight champ? Whatever champ she is, I'm proud of her, right? I'm proud of her accolades. Very proud of her. I didn't know that she always fights in Detroit. That's her hometown. She's from Flint, I think. But she was talking big talk. I just hope she can beat that big girl, because that big girl look like she throw cows or something, right? I hope she don't have to eat them words. If not, Papoose gonna have to nurse her back to health. But he good at that. That's what he do. He is a supportive boyfriend. So, his birthday was Saturday. What'd you say? His funky self. I want to see if she got me in one. Yeah. Now, see, this is my thing about women boxing. more power to you if you can do that, right? But I think our bodies are not designed for that. But more power to you, you do that. I support her 100%, right? But I want to know, when is the cutoff? Like, she just turned 30, so she good, she fresh. But when you keep doing that close to 40, I think that's going to hurt her body in the long run. I think it's going to hurt her body in the long run, right? Even though I don't think she's receiving many blows, but she may get that one blow that make her see stars or something. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be a cutoff for women. I don't know. I just think because our bodies ain't designed for that, y'all. Our bodies are not designed for that. I'm more power to her, and I hope she go long and far, but not to the detriment of her health, right? How long did not Layla Ali, what was it? Was her name Layla Ali? How long did she fight for? But yeah, Clarissa said, listen, you don't want to brawl with me. This ain't what you want. She told little girl, little sis, this ain't what you want. And I'm gonna send you home. I'm gonna make you quit. Like, damn, what? I'm gonna have to watch her fight. I've seen her spar. I'm gonna have to watch her fight. Where is her fights free? Is her fights free? Not throw cows. Yeah, I think big girl. Listen, when I worked at Amazon in Charlotte, right? It was black. In Atlanta, they was all black. When I worked at Amazon, it was some white girls. They lived in the country somewhere, right? They wasn't even big. They was little bitty bras, right? They was picking up shit dudes pick up. I just be like, girl, don't pick. They was like, oh. I was like, ooh, Lord have mercy, right? And one of them black guys was like, don't get into it with them. They can fight. I ain't getting ready to get into it with them. They liked me, but I was just shocked at the stature of them and how strong they were. Now, I like to think I'm strong, but it's certain things I'm not going to do as a woman. Like when I worked at Amazon, I'm not going to pick that box up. I can pick it up, but I'm not going to pick it up. Because you keep doing that repetitively, you hurt yourself. One of my friends got, she messed up was it her bladder or her kidney? One of them, and it had dropped or something rearranged. It did something, right? Like, I just not, there's things that I can do, but I'm not going to do because my body ain't designed. Not on a repetitive basis. I ain't picking up them boxes. Dudes walking around here all around. That's when I noticed how Mexican men treat their women. Black men don't care nothing about us, child. But you could be struggling. You could be about to pass out. They just keep walking by you, right? I didn't pick them up, and I tell my supervisor I'm not picking that up. They're like, oh, no, don't pick it up. But a lot of black women did. And I saw a lot of black women doing things they didn't have to do, but that's because that's our nature. You have to calm yourself down and get into your soft girl space, right? Because we so used to doing this and carrying all the weight of the world on our shoulders, and we got this. My friends that was older than me was running around there picking up, Bobby girl, if you don't put that goddamn box down. That's because black women just built up like that. But I don't think Clarissa should box for too much longer. I don't. And I hope she's stacking her money and investing it. I think 35 should be it. She's 30 now. I think 35 should be it. Because she want to have kids. You can't be a boxer and be trying to get pregnant and stuff like that, But I'm happy for it. I'm proud of her. I really am. But I hope she take this career and branch off into something else. Maybe be a boxing sportscaster or something. Do something else. Get her a gym. That would be good. Get her a gym or something. I hope she do that. Clarissa, if you hear me, girl, and start investing in something else into your future, okay? Yeah, get her a gym. Get her a franchise, a team with a lot of gyms all over different places in Detroit. So do something, child. Don't keep boxing like that. Don't keep boxing like that. That's going to hurt your body. That's going to hurt your body. Chris is undefeated 13. Yes, she undefeated. Hey, Bridget, I was thinking about you. I seen you today on, I see you every day on social media. I was thinking about you today. What's going on, Bridget? Yeah. I don't think she should do that for a long period of time. I really want to say 2 more years, but I know she's got a lot of heart and she probably going to do it longer. But if you want to have some kids, and you want to have Papoose' kids, now you're going to have to stop. In 2 years, you're going to have to stop. Going to have his babies. Because y'all know I don't believe in women having babies after a certain age. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, I'm getting ready to go and watch TV. I really need to finish watching the BET Award because I want to see the Tyler Perry speech. Bridget, before I go, do you think Tyler Perry did anything to the guy, Derek Dixon? Do you think he sexually harassed him? Let me get your thoughts on this before you go, because we got a special guest here, Bridget Tapp. What you think? What you think? What you think? What you think, Bridget? You think Tyler did that? I don't think he did it. They gonna have to show me proof. I'm gonna need receipts. And that's Tyler's my guy. Do you think he did it? Watch the new series. Oh, is it tonight? Is it come on tonight? I've seen 2 episodes, I think. No, ma'am, not at all. Money grab. That's all I need to hear. That's all I needed to hear, Bridget. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear. Because that's I don't want to believe that. So divorced sisters come on tonight, Neek. Because I like it. It's a good show, y'all. It's a good show. Now, this Tyler's show, Divorced Sisters, it come on BET Plus. If you ain't got BET Plus, get you some BET Plus because it's a good show. It's got LaToya Luckett, and I can't tell you all the other ladies in there, but it's good. It's good. Matter of fact, it's good. All his shows be good to me. All the dramas, all the comedies. It's good. I like me some Tyler the Perry. I do. I think so. Tonight? Okay. All right. So I'm getting ready to set me up because I'm going. Bridget, I know you doing some Juneteenth stuff up there in the D.C. I'm going to Chicago tomorrow, celebrate Juneteenth, my first time ever doing that. I'm going to be around some black folks and have a good time and do black stuff, okay? It's an attack on black. We just said that. We said that with the bag, the ones with the bag. Come get some of these old rusty dusties that we don't want. Attack them, not Tyler the Perry them. Now, we don't, y'all stop. Yeah, so I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to go live tomorrow at some point, right? And then I'm going to have a compilation of my activities that I'll upload maybe tomorrow night. But I'm going to upload yesterday's events tonight. I'm going to do that right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to the store while it's light. Because the storm was supposed to come, but it didn't come. So it didn't come yet. So I think it blew over us. So, Nick, y'all be safe. What'd you say? Listen to Don Lemon and Jason Lee. Gotcha. Thank you. I'm going to do that tonight. Don Lemon and Jason Lee. Okay. Gotcha. I'll do that tonight because I don't believe that. I love me some Tyler. Love me some Tyler. Tyler, if you hear me, love you. Love me some Tyler. I think he's a creative genius. So anyway, y'all, thanks for tapping in with me. I'm gonna go live not tomorrow because I'll be in Chicago. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Friday. I'll be live Friday. Okay. I might go live periodically through the day while I'm in Chicago. Not that long, but because it kills my battery and stuff, right? And then I ain't gonna have nowhere to plug up and get juice from. So we'll see. But anyway, y'all, love y'all, Jack Squad. Good talking to you, Bridget. Y'all be cool.